Welcome to the channel where imagination meets creation, where ancient truths are brought to light once more, not through doctrine, but through realization. Here we remember who we truly are, the creators of our own worlds, the architects of reality. In today's journey, we're diving into a teaching so simple and yet so powerful, it has shaped the destiny of everyone, knowingly or not. We're talking about the voice that never stops speaking, the inner talking, that silent conversation within you that becomes the loudest architect of your world. This message is not theory, it is transformation if you dare to listen, if you dare to act. Before we begin, I invite you to subscribe to this channel if you feel called to awaken deeper truths within yourself. Share this with someone you love, someone whose life you know is waiting for that one spark. Because today, we're not just going to talk about change, we are going to become it. Now, let's begin. Talking to oneself is a habit no man escapes. Like breath or heartbeat, it continues day and night, woven into the fabric of consciousness. But what escapes most is not the act, it's the power behind it. Inner speech, silent conversation, thought wrapped in tone. This is the mold of your world. You have spoken every experience of your life into form, not with your mouth, but with your mind. And you still do it. You are doing it now. And the tragedy? Most speak without knowing they speak. They speak in fear, they speak in doubt. They argue with the world in whispers. They relive pain and rehearse defeat behind the curtain of the conscious mind. And then they wonder why the scene never changes. But listen closely now, because the secret is not in changing the world, it's in changing the speech that shapes the world. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. But how does a man think in his heart? Through conversation, through the ceaseless murmur of imagination. You don't merely reflect your life, you predict it. You prophesy it word by silent word. The question is, what kind of prophet have you been? Look around you. Look honestly, not with shame, not with guilt, with power. For everything you see has been spoken in your own tongue. Your relationships, your success, your lack, your patterns, your cycles, all of them echo your own inner voice. You have been bound to the tracks of your former conversations, tied to a train that goes nowhere new. But today you will put off the old man and you will be renewed in the spirit of your mind. And that begins with the renewal of your speech, for speech is the image of mind. And to change the mind, you must first change the speech. This is not metaphor, this is law. If you speak in the tongue of worry, you walk into a world of confusion. If you speak from the posture of rejection, you attract the echo of the same. But if you dare to speak from the end of your desire, from the place where your wish is already fulfilled, the world must bend to your inner command. You are not waiting for reality. Reality is waiting for you. Imagine this now. You meet the person you used to resent. You speak differently, not with your mouth, but in your imagination. You hear them say something kind. You thank them for it. You bless them for it. Do you know what happens? The outer reflects the inner. They speak to you as you've already spoken within. This is not fantasy, this is design. Others only echo that which we whispered to them in secret. So I ask you, what are you whispering? To your boss, your lover, your body, your bank account, your own future? Are you criticizing in silence? Are you rehearsing worst-case scenarios? Are you speaking curses in the language of logic? Because they hear you. And even more, you hear you. You're always listening to yourself. And every time you speak within, you plant a seed. Inner talking is sowing. Life is the harvest. But don't be afraid of what you've planted. Be excited that now you can plant again, deliberately, consciously, beautifully. You can become the master of your word, the master of your inner dialogue, and in doing so you become the master of your life. Imagine what it means to act with intention, to know that every idle thought, every mental sentence is a brushstroke on the canvas of your reality. To be so awake to your own creative power that you never again speak anything you would not want to see come alive. That's where freedom begins. That's where transformation begins. You were never meant to be at the mercy of the world. The world was meant to be at the mercy of your word. When you carry on inner conversations from the place of your wish already fulfilled, when you live in the assumption of the end, the outer world rearranges itself to match. It is law, unbreakable, unavoidable, undeniable. This is how the universe was formed. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That Word is you. You are the living speech of the infinite, the soundless voice shaping form from formlessness. So speak well, speak wisely, speak from love, not from fear, speak from power, not from pain, speak from your vision, not from your history. There are infinite possible worlds that could unfold from this very moment forward. And every single one of them begins with the way you talk to yourself. So tell me, what are you saying in the silence? Because the silence is listening, and the silence obeys. Now, imagine someone you love. Not just see them, hear them. Hear them say something beautiful. Feel yourself respond. Speak the conversation of fulfillment. Hear their joy, their success, their healing. Hear their transformation as if it were already true, because it is the moment you claim it within. You have just sent your word. And as the prophet says, "My word shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please." What do you please? What is the word you're sending? Let it be this: I am already what I seek. Let it be this: I walk in the world I have seen within. Let it be this: I claim my future with the voice of now, because now is the accepted time. Now is the day of salvation, and now is your power. The world is not listening to what you say out loud. It is listening to what you are constantly saying within, and what you say within becomes flesh. Most live like sleepwalkers, caught in loops of recycled thought. They wake and worry. They walk and rehearse. They sleep and repeat. And they wonder why nothing changes. But the reason is clear. Nothing changes because their word has not changed. Your life cannot outgrow your speech. To attempt to shift the outer without altering the inner is like painting the leaves of a dying tree. The root remains untouched, and so the fruit returns the same. But you're no longer here to decorate dead trees. You are here to plant forests of abundance. You're here to speak life. So stop speaking about what is wrong. Stop repeating what you fear. Stop describing what you don't want. Begin to declare in silence, in stillness, what is true of your higher self. Not what you see with your eyes, but what you know with your imagination. Imagination is not fantasy. It is the blueprint of the future. Every word you speak inwardly is a tool. Every sentence a spell. Every phrase a seed in the invisible soil. The question is not, will something grow? The question is, what am I planting? Are you planting doubt or faith, regret or rebirth, criticism or compassion? The girl who transformed her relationship with her employer did not begin with action. She began with conversation, an invisible rehearsal of kindness, gratitude, and success. She spoke the end, and the end became the present. This is the art. This is the practice. This is the truth no school ever taught and no church ever fully explained. That your salvation is not a rescue, it is a recognition. You are the second man, the Lord from heaven, the one within who is trying to become conscious in the body, not to worship a distant power, but to imitate it. How do you imitate God? By doing what God does, by calling things not seen as though they were seen, and watching them appear, by holding the end in your imagination until the world bows to it. You are not here to fix broken pieces. You are here to imagine new wholeness. You are not here to react. You are here to create. That is what it means to be a son or daughter of the Most High, to call forth light in darkness, to speak to things that are not as if they already were, to stand on the edge of contradiction and still declare the outcome with confidence. When you do this, you shift timelines. You realign the future. You become a living prophecy. For the world was made by the Word, and the Word is in your mouth and in your heart. You need no permission to change your life. You only need a new conversation. It does not matter what they said. It matters what you say after they're gone. It does not matter what the mirror reflects. It matters what you see and say before the mirror speaks. Let the old voice fall silent. That voice of not enough. That voice of someday. That voice of lack and fear and waiting. Let it be buried with the old man, and let the new man rise. The one whose speech matches the destiny they were born to live. When your inner speech is filled with love, life blossoms. When it is poisoned by fear, life withers. But every day, every single moment, you can choose again. The Word of God is not a thunder in the sky. It is a whisper in your mind. What is that whisper saying right now? Catch it. Pause it. Transform it. Begin to talk to yourself, not from the standpoint of lack, but from the end of fulfillment. Say things inwardly that only the you who has already succeeded would say. I am already there. I am already loved. I am already whole. These are not delusions. They are decisions. And decisions made in the language of faith carry more weight than facts shouted in fear. It was not external events that made prophets. It was inner speech aligned with inner knowing. When Paul wrote, "Put off your former conversation," he was speaking to you. When he said, "Be renewed in the spirit of your mind," he was telling you how to become free. This is not religion. This is creation. This is the hidden command center of your life, your word, but not the word spoken in public, the word formed in secret, the one you whisper to yourself when no one else is watching. That is the true prayer. That is the true prophecy, and that is the true power. You are always walking with someone, always in dialogue, always in relationship. The question is, with whom are you speaking? With the old self who doubts and fears, or with the new self who creates and commands? Can two walk together unless they be agreed? No, they cannot. So agree with your future. Agree with your ideal. Agree with your answered prayer, not with your present circumstances. Don't speak of the mountain, speak to the mountain. Don't describe the problem, declare the solution. Let your conversation be the life you want to live, and then live there now. Because this life is not a reaction, it is a reflection. And the mirror you look into is always listening for your cue. You say, "But I don't feel it." You will. You say, "But it's not real yet." It will be. Because the moment you speak it in faith, the word has been sent, and it will not return void. Stay with the vision. Remain faithful to the speech of fulfillment. Let no other voice interrupt the dialogue of your destiny. You are not waiting for your future. Your future is waiting for you to start the conversation. And now we arrive at the sacred point within. The moment when the voice inside you either rises in power or returns to the shadows. But you are ready. You've listened long enough to the voice of circumstance. You've bowed too often to the echo of the past, and now the time has come to rise into your highest authority, the word of your own mind, spoken with purpose. The ancients called it Logos, the divine creative word. Not a word spoken in temples or shouted from mountaintops, but a word whispered in the hidden place, in the chamber of the soul. Your imagination is not fantasy, it is the birthplace of reality. When you engage it with intention, when you couple it with feeling, when you inhabit it with speech, it becomes the tool of God within you. You've heard it said, by your words you shall be justified, and by your words you shall be condemned. But understand this, the judgment is not from above, it is from within. You determine the verdict with every sentence you say to yourself. To speak from love is to be justified. To speak from fear is to be condemned. This is not punishment, it is principle. Your inner conversations are the creators of alignment or destruction, but the law is not your enemy, it is your gift. It tells you with precision what to expect, and it offers you, without condition, the power to change. Change your inner dialogue, and you change the entire trajectory of your life. Change the script, and the scene must follow. What you say within, you meet without. So begin now, right here. Not tomorrow, not when the evidence appears. Now. Close your eyes and speak something beautiful in secret. Call yourself blessed. Call yourself chosen. Call yourself healed, whole, abundant, at peace. Say thank you before the gift arrives. Say I forgive you before the wound is healed. Say I am before the world confirms it. Because the confirmation will come, not because the world decided it, but because you did. There is no more powerful force in the universe than a man or woman who is fully aligned in mind and word. You don't chase the result. You become the cause. You don't beg for blessings. You speak them into being. This is the essence of dominion. This is the image of God, not in body, but in mind and speech. You are not less than any miracle you seek. You are not outside any good thing you desire. You are the center of it all. The speaker, the believer, the creator. Even now, even here, your world is listening for your next instruction. So speak wisely. Speak with boldness. Speak only from the place where your wish is already fulfilled. This is what it means to pray without ceasing, not to kneel for hours, but to carry a constant dialogue of creation inside you. To hear the words before the world hears them. To feel the outcome before it touches your skin. To walk in the scene before it appears before your eyes. The spiritual path is not about escape. It is about embodiment. You were never asked to wait. You were invited to assume. The question was never, will it come? The only question ever asked was, do you believe? Belief is not weak hope. Belief is embodiment. Belief is saying, it is done, while the world still screams, it is not yet. And that is the power that moves mountains, That is the faith that rewrites timelines. That is the voice that commands reality. So speak as one who knows. Speak as one who is not asking but creating. Speak as one who understands that every word, heard or unheard, is shaping the very atoms of existence. There are no idle thoughts. There are no meaningless whispers. Every word is a hammer or a chisel. Every sentence is a spell or a liberation, and you, dear Creator, hold the pen. So what will you write in the silence? What will you speak in the dark? What new world will rise from the ashes of your old conversations? Let it be one of love. Let it be one of abundance. Let it be one of freedom, purpose, and peace. Let it be one where every soul you meet is blessed by your invisible voice. Because you are never just thinking, you are declaring. You are never just imagining, you are constructing. You are never just wishing, you are becoming. This is your divine inheritance, and now that you know it, you can never unknow it. So choose, consciously, powerfully, lovingly, choose life. Speak as the creator you are, and not as the creation you were told to be. Speak as the master of your house, and not as the prisoner of past thought. Speak as one who is already free, because you are. And let this final truth echo within you. You are not your past conversations. You are the speaker of new ones. You are not bound by the words that once held you. You are the author now. So write well, write boldly, write in love, and the world will answer. If this message awakens something deep in you, something ancient, something true, then don't keep it to yourself. This teaching, this wisdom, this awakening, it deserves to echo, so make it echo. Subscribe to our channel to walk this journey together. And in the comments below, we invite you to declare it. Write only 2 words: I am. That's it. Claim yourself. Then send this video to someone you love, someone who needs to hear the truth behind the silence, someone who's ready to become the master of their own word. Let us not just be hearers, let us be creators, because the word is within us, and the time is now.